Hello everyone, and welcome to Alex's Reading Room. Welcome to another book review. Today we will be reviewing The Rebel and the Kingdom by Bradley Hope. Spoiler-free section here. Let's get into the age rating. This is an interesting read, honestly. I got it for Christmas of 2022, and it was the second book I read in 2023. I got it in hardcover. It is 239 pages, not super long. Text isn't super small, it's about like that. 239 pages is not too long. For sexuality, it gets a 0 out of 3. Language gets a 0. Actually, okay, sexuality, language, substance, and death/injury are all 0 out of 3. There might be some argument to be made over the death and injury thing, because I don't remember completely. There may be some of that. However, it does get a 1 out of 1 on the advanced category and an age rating of 12. I rated this book a 7 out of 10. I definitely enjoyed this book. Was it great? No, but it was good. Gosh, very interesting book. I didn't know about any of this stuff. By the way, without the dust jacket, here's what the book looks like. A very nice looking book. I always love the look of hardcover books without their dust jackets. However, I usually leave it on because they have additional information that readers might be interested in. Readers being me. But, and also, you know, it is a dust jacket. It protects the cover of the book. But this is quite the interesting book. I don't even know how to describe it, but it follows the story of Adrian Hong. It's not written by him, though. It is written by a man named Bradley Hope, who is a journalist, New York Times bestselling co-author of Billion Dollar Whale, Blood and Oil, Pulitzer Prize finalist, formerly a reporter for the Wall Street Journal, correspondent in the Middle East, co-founder of Project Brazen, journalism studio and production company, and he lives in London. So, Adrian Hong is a man that started an organization to help North Koreans that are seeking asylum, and to help get them to South Korea. He did this by assembling this whole team of people, and they went on special operations, and they had contacts in North Korea and everything, and they went and they did all these kinds of operations. The book basically goes into that. I don't want to go too far into it because I'm about to go into the spoilers section, but it just basically tells a story, and eventually the organization becomes what is called Free Chosun. It seems like it's something that claims to be the legitimate government of the Korean Peninsula instead of South Korea or North Korea. It claims to be, you know, that. I know all three of them claim to be the legitimate government of South Korea, or of the Korean Peninsula. But it's just very fascinating. I'm gonna go into spoilers. Basically, in getting these North Koreans out, there is an operation at the Spanish embassy that goes person that was unaccounted for, that they didn't expect, and one person was at the embassy that they did not expect to be at the embassy, and because they were there, they had to deal with the authorities in Spain. And I think, if I remember right, Adrian Hong is on the run still, in hiding or something. And basically they had contacts in the CIA and they were reporting and all this stuff. And Adrian says he just felt like I had this informal connection with this CIA operative, and it was just this friendly relationship or something like that. And as I'm reading that, I'm thinking, you big dummy, because why would you ever think that to be a thing? I don't know. I think there's a part where the CIA basically betrays him, and it's how did you not expect that? How did you not see that coming? At this point, I don't know, who would trust the CIA for anything except for the CIA itself? Right? If you're in the CIA, perhaps you can trust the CIA to look out for your best interest because the CIA is trying to perpetuate itself. Sure. But if you're an outside organization, and a private organization at that, with no backing from any government whatsoever, to think that the CIA would be, and maybe the FBI, I can't remember. These are all opinions. This is only my opinion. Don't sue me. Don't assassinate me in the middle of the night. It might be the FBI, I can't remember. I think it was the CIA, though, because CIA is foreign stuff. to think that they would have your back on anything. Just silly. Just very silly. Definitely don't do that. I mean, and especially what they're doing, because I honestly, I appreciate the desire to free North Korean refugees, and I can certainly appreciate their frustration with the powers that be basically not taking North Korea seriously and not taking North Korean lives seriously. However, I think they flew too close to the sun on wings of pastrami, if you know what I mean. Seinfeld reference. I think they flew too close to the sun, and they started acting like they were their own military organization, and quite simply, they were not. And I can't condone the way that they went about it. I think that the way to do it is popular support. I don't think it's going in like a SWAT team and, you know, invading these embassies and stuff. I just can't condone something like that. So I have very mixed feelings about it, because do I like the sentiment behind it? Yes. But do I agree with the tactics that they used? I just can't get behind it. I'm very much a guy that's like, hey, let's try to avoid violence, try to avoid these kinds of conflicts at all costs. You know, in my perfect world, and I know we don't live in a perfect world, but, you know, in my perfect world, the North Korean regime would fall simply because the people have decided they don't want it anymore. And if everybody says no at the same time, then that's the best way to do it. It's just to say no. I think that this organization has used incorrect tactics. But anyway, I mean, this is really more about the book. It's an interesting book. It is advanced. It's got a lot of advanced terminology in it, and it's not one of the most advanced books that I have read, but it is on the advanced side. And, you know, age rating of only 12, because I think, honestly, if your 12-year-old can understand this, then they'll probably enjoy it. And I don't think there's really anything inappropriate for them in it, just as long as you teach them this is not how you go about things. You don't go forming your own private, almost like military things. Obviously, they were not going in with guns and stuff, but at least as far as I can remember. But I mean, the whole thing had very much an air of like a secret military operation kind of thing. So I don't know. I'm much more likely to support organizations like Liberty in North Korea, these things that advocate for popular support and just awareness of these issues, so that we can make this a voting issue, right? Make these politicians afraid that if they don't do something about North Korea, you know, and that they're not going to get reelected. Say, hey, I really care about North Korea, and if you are not doing something on behalf of the North Korean people that need to escape, then I'm not going to vote for you. So that's really my review on this book. Huge rant that I honestly probably didn't even need to go on. But anyway, good book. I do recommend it if you are interested in this topic. If not, perhaps pass it up. But either way, that will conclude this review. I hope you guys very much enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more book reviews, because I have others on the way. That being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next book review.